get celery and how to grow your own celery from a crown from shop bought celery. So you can see here I've got a bit of celery which I'm not really using, and it's got a perfectly serviceable crown here. So I'm just going to cut off the celery, which I've said I can still use that one in salads and so on, and it just leaves me with this bit. And all I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to put it into a pot and then just put some water around the bottom, and what will happen in a couple of weeks is it will actually start to grow some roots. Now here's one I did a couple of weeks ago, and what you can see, exactly the same sort of process that I've just done there. Very, very simple. And what I've got is I've kept it watered, and I've actually got some really, really good roots on here. So all I'm going to do now is, in this pot, so I'm actually using seed compost, so it's got all the nutrients in there. I'm just going to very carefully put those roots in there, cover them up. You can see all this lovely foliage and all these leaves sticking out the top, and then just give it a really good water. I'm going to keep that watered, and it's going to keep on growing, and once it's grown a little bit more and I've got a bit more height on it, I can then actually take it down to the allotment and just plant it in the ground. Alternatively, just like many people actually grow things like lettuce in pots, just leave it in the pot. You can leave it on the windowsill and then just sort of harvest as you go along as you need, and you've actually got a nice little living celery plant in your kitchen ready to use. So if I take you down to the allotment and show you what happened to the celery which I did this with last year, you can see that it does actually grow really, really well. So this is what happens when you have planted your own celery from the roots and the crown that you get from supermarkets. Obviously make sure that you get the root system, as I've shown you already. This year it's bolted horrendously, and I think that's just happened with just about a lot of plants. But what I am hoping for from this is I am actually going to get some seeds. Now if I can actually get some seeds, what's going to happen is lots of free seeds, and hopefully I should be able to grow some of my own celery from seed next year. Free seeds, not bad. So we just have a quick closer look at the celery itself. So when I planted it last year, before it bolted obviously, I had some really nice celery. It's a bit grainy, so you have to make sure that you wash it really, really well, but it's brilliant when you put it in stews and casseroles. It's not just for salad, and it's not just for dips, although that's nice as well. But there's so many things you can do with celery that it's a really nice thing to grow, especially when you get it as a second edition, if you like, from the shop bought stuff.